anywhere, there will be required some peoples, right? अशा प्रकारचं घर त्यांनी बनवलेलं आहे, जे डिझाईन होता तो, right? Similar way we are working in the software industry. We are working in the software industry. So there will be a standard structure to develop any software, sir. Yes. So to develop any software, there will be the any structure, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. So as we know that we to develop any tool, yes, to develop any tool or to develop anything in the industry, we require some structure. So how the software industry will be work, sir? How the software will be work? How they can develop any software, how they can create any software, who can involve in which phases, who is involved into developing the particular software, sir. So whenever developing any software, there are the multiple peoples involved in the development of any software, right? So whenever we are developing any software, we require the some peoples, like सबसे पहले हमें कौन लगेगा, कौन रहता है, सबसे पहले आता है कस्टमर. Okay, who is the customer? Yes, who is the customer? Customer who can provide the requirement to any software industry. Okay, to fulfill the requirement of the peoples, the company or the person who comes towards any software company to fulfill his requirement. They come to any software company and told the requirement to any software company. So it's called as the customer. कौन है customer? Customer is the person or organization who can give the requirement to any software development company. जो एखाद्या सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलपमेंट कंपनीला रिक्वायरमेंट प्रोव्हाइड करतोय, जेणेकरून त्याच्या रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल व्हाव्यात, त्याच्या गरजा पूर्ण व्हाव्यात, यासाठी जो रिक्वायरमेंट प्रोव्हाइड करतो त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, कस्टमर म्हणतो. काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला, कस्टमर म्हणतो. So customer will come to the organization, software industry, right? Come to the software industry, looking towards the software industry to share their requirement. How we can give the requirement to the software company, right? How the customer will give the requirement to the software company? Is it he going to the company and told to the development team, testing team, यार मुझे ये बना के दो ना, ये यार मुझे ये बना के दो ना, ऐसा बोलता है क्या? Yes, ऐसे बोल सकता है क्या?
नो सर.
No, sir.
No, sir.
तो येईल माझ्याकडे, यार मला आता रेड बस बनवायचं आहे, मला तिकीट बुकिंगचं ऍप्लिकेशन बनवायचं आहे, मला तुम्ही काय करा, हे डेव्हलपरला येतो, त्याचा मित्र आहे डेव्हलपर, त्याला म्हणतो का मला एखादं सॉफ्टवेअर बनवून द्या ज्याच्यामध्ये मला तिकीट बुक करता यायला पाहिजे आणि मी तुम्हाला हे रिक्वायरमेंट देतोय, असं तो सांगेल का? नाही.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Because there is a standard process, there is the roles and responsibilities to given to everyone who can do the particular task. Okay, so customer will be comes towards the any software development company and contacted to the higher authority or the business persons. It is called as the business analyst. Okay, business analyst, BA. BA stands for
Business analyst.
okay, so business analyst. So he comes towards the business analyst. Business analyst, the person who can handle the businesses, who have the good knowledge about the particular domain. Okay, कौन असतो business analyst? Is the person who have the good knowledge about the domain. Domain is nothing but the which type of the project is. Like domain म्हणजे कसं असतं, banking domain, telecom domain, healthcare domain, right? These are the different types of the domain. Domain is nothing but the area in which we need to develop any software, right? आपण कुठल्या एरियामध्ये काम करणार आहोत, कुठल्या एरियामध्ये आपण सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलप करणार आहोत, त्या एरियाला आपण काय म्हटलेलं आहे, डोमेन. सो डोमेन कुठल्या कुठल्या टाईपचे असतात? यस, प्रोजेक्ट कुठल्या टाईपचे असतात, डोमेन वरती डिपेंड असतात.
Banking,
Domains
healthcare,
are
Telecom,
telecom,
healthcare, financial.
yes,
depend on project.
yes. The project is depend upon the domain, right?
It depends on requirements also.
Yes. So requirement comes under the domain. Okay.
Yes, yes.
की आपल्याला कुठल्या particularly domain वरती काम करायचं आहे. If we are working in the banking domain, the requirement related to that particular domain. If we want to work on the telecom domain, right, billing center, then yeah, the domain will be the telecom, healthcare. Okay. So like that, there are the various domains present in the market. So the business analyst who have the particular domain knowledge. If the customer is related to the banking domain, right? If the customer is related to the banking domain, he have the requirement related to the banking domain. So the business analyst will be a good knowledge about the or experience into the banking domain area. If the person who is not has a good knowledge related to banking domain and he comes in front of to the customer, the customer told us a requirement to the business analyst and the business analyst cannot understand any requirement. At that time, how we can develop any software, right? So the business analyst is the person who have the good knowledge about the domain knowledge, because the customer will come from the various domains. Okay. So the customer will give the requirement to the business analyst. ओके. तो काय करतो, एखाद्या सॉफ्टवेअर कंपनीच्या कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये आल्यानंतर तो काय करतो, ही विल शेअर द रिक्वायरमेंट टू द बिझनेस अनालिस्ट. ही विल शेअर द रिक्वायरमेंट विथ द बिझनेस अनालिस्ट ऑफ सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलपमेंट कंपनी. कुठल्या कोणाच्या बिझनेस अनालिस्टची? सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलपमेंट कंपनीच्या बिझनेस अनालिस्ट तो काय करतो, कॉन्टॅक्ट करतो. सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलपमेंट कंपनीच्या बिझनेस अनालिस्ट तो कॉन्टॅक्ट करतो. सो बिझनेस अनालिस्ट इज अ पर्सन हू कॅन collect the information from to the customer. Whatever the requirement comes from to the customer, that requirement collected by the business analyst people. Okay. So the requirement will be comes in the form of business requirement, right? So customer ला त्याला टेक्निकल काही नॉलेज असणार आहे का? If they are coming towards the software development company, he have the technical knowledge. Yes, असणार आहे का? नाही sir. So that they come towards the software development company. So he comes with the which type of the requirement? याच्या रिक्वायरमेंट कुठल्या टाइपचे असणार आहेत? रिक्वायरमेंट should be in the business level. He have the business knowledge but don't have the technical knowledge, right? So they have comes with the business requirement, right? And the business requirement be shared with to the business analyst people. So the business analyst people will be collect that business requirement and convert that requirement into the technical requirement. Okay. So the business analyst will convert the business requirement into the technical requirement, because the technical people does not understand the business requirement. Suppose आता कस्टमरला काहीतरी एखादी गोष्ट पाहिजे आहे, त्याला काय पाहिजे आहे, लॉग इन पेज पाहिजे आहे, त्याला ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये लॉग इन होण्यासाठी. ओके. त्याला लॉग इन पेज हवा आहे, पण त्याला काय माहिती आहे की मला फक्त माझ्या ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये लॉग इन पेज मला पाहिजे आहे, की जेणेकरून माझ्या ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये जेव्हा लॉग इन करेल ऑथोराइज पीपललाच फक्त काय पाहिजे, ऑथोराइज पीपललाच कसं पाहिजे, फक्त एंट्री पाहिजे त्याच्यामध्ये, ऍक्सेस पाहिजे, राईट? So that he can suggest to the software development company as an customer, I want if I have the permission to access the application, then and then only I will be able to log in into the application. Okay. This is the requirement comes from to the customer. अशा प्रकारची रिक्वायरमेंट कोण घेऊन येतो? कस्टमर घेऊन येतो. कस्टमर मला डिटेल मध्ये एक्सप्लेनेशन नाही सांगत, तो काय करतो, बिझनेस लेवलची रिक्वायरमेंट घेतो. ऍज अन कस्टमर I am able to log in into application after providing the valid credentials. This is the requirement come from to the business level, right? So this is the requirement related to the business level. This type of the requirement given by the customer to the business analyst. Depending upon that requirement, the business analyst will be create the technical requirement, because that requirement will be not understandable to the technical peoples. जर तशा प्रकारची रिक्वायरमेंट मी जर नुसती डेव्हलपरला आणि टेस्टरला सांगितली तर त्या केसमध्ये डेव्हलपर काय डेव्हलप करेल आणि टेस्टर काय टेस्ट करेल हे माहिती नसतं. म्हणून आपल्याला काय करावं लागतं, वी नीड टू कन्वर्ट दॅट बिझनेस रिक्वायरमेंट इनटू द टेक्निकल रिक्वायरमेंट. So business analyst will be convert that requirement into the technical requirement, business requirement into the technical requirement, right? Technical requirement म्हणजे convert करतो म्हणजे काय सांगतो तो की whenever we are creating the login page, we required username field, password field, and login button. So this is the technical requirement created by the business analyst, right? So this is the requirement created by the business analyst. Okay, and after the creating that requirement should be shared with to the development team. Yes, development team.
सॉरी सर,
तो
मैं इंटरप्ट कर रही हूँ, लेकिन समटाइम्स ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कि कस्टमर है ना उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट चेंज भी कर सकते हैं.
yes,
तो फिर कंपनी को दिक्कत नहीं आएगी ऐसा करने के बाद.
yes, we have the different methodologies for that. Okay,
हम्म.
हमारे पास उसका भी प्लान होता है कि how we can behave, at which level means which methodology we are using, and whenever we are using that particular methodology, we are accepting that changing request or not. Okay, at
Okay,
which
sir.
pages we are accepting that requests. Suppose the customer will be want that changes, and we are using a different methodology like we or waterfall methodology, and that we are not accepting that change requests because we have developed that plan. There is no policy related to the changing requests. If we are using different methodology like agile methodologies or other, at that time we are accepting that change requests. So you can understand that things. Okay, वो भी हम पढ़ने वाले हैं आगे जाके.
Okay, sir.
Particularly, okay. Good question. Okay, after that, finalizing that technical requirement, the requirement will be shared with to the development team as well as the testing team. तो डेवलपमेंट टीम क्या करती है सर, अभी हमारे पास रिक्वायरमेंट आ गई है तो क्या कौन करेगा, सबसे पहले कस्टमर आता है, कस्टमर क्या करता है, उसके रिक्वायरमेंट बिजनेस एनालिस्ट को शेयर करता है. तो बिजनेस एनालिस्ट के पास शेयर होने के बाद बिजनेस एनालिस्ट को किसको बोलता है, डेवलपमेंट टीम को बोलता है कि वी हैव दैट रिक्वायरमेंट, वी नीड टू डेवलप द एप्लीकेशन as per this. Okay, so development team will be develop the application, they can create the programs, they can prepare programs, so the set of programs, so that will be provide the desired output. So development team will be create the programs, or they can develop the software. After developing that software, that software will be sent to the testing team, towards the testing team to test that application, the testing team will be okay, the testing team will be test that application, they can validate that whether whatever the application is developed by the development team, that is as per the customer requirement. Is it developed as per the customer requirement or not? हम क्या करते हैं as a tester, we are validating that whether the particular application, whatever the developed by the development team, that will be checked with respect to the customer requirement. Okay, आपण काय करतो की जे काही डेव्हलप केलेलं आहे ते ऍज पर कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट आहे का, की आप जे काही डेव्हलप केलेलं आहे ते बरोबर वर्क करत आहे का, ह्या गोष्टी आपण काय करतो, चेक करत असतो ऍज अ टेस्टर. सो कसं काम करतायत बघा, कस्टमर काय करतोय, रिक्वायरमेंट घेऊन येतोय, कोणाकडे येतोय, बिझनेस अनालिस्ट कडे येतोय, बिझनेस अनालिस्ट काय करतोय, त्या रिक्वायरमेंट फायनलाइज करतोय, त्याच्यानंतर तो काय सांगतोय, डेव्हलपमेंट टीमला सांगतोय यू नीड टू डेव्हलप दिस थिंग्स. डेव्हलप केल्यानंतर काय करतं, टेस्ट केलं जातं, आणि टेस्ट केल्यानंतर काय केलं जातं, that tested application will be sent on to the production or sent to the end user. End user ला आपण काय करतो, send करतो. that means the release. Okay, That means we are releasing that code, whatever the we have developed. Whatever the customer comes with the requirement, that requirement will be deployed to the customer, right? It's called as the release. काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला? रिलीज म्हणतो. आपण पाहतो की आपल्याला अपडेट येतात कंटिन्युअसली मोबाईलमध्ये कुठल्याही ऍप्लिकेशनचे अपडेट्स येत असतात, राईट? सो अपडेट दिस व्हर्जन, अपडेट दिस व्हर्जन म्हणून आपल्याला अपडेट्स येत असतात मोबाईल मधल्या ऍप्लिकेशन्स असू देत किंवा कुठलाही टूल आपण एखादं वापरत असतो त्याला अपडेट येत असतात. तर अपडेट म्हणजे काय असतं की त्यांनी काहीतरी नवीन फीचर डेव्हलप केलेला असतो, राईट? काहीतरी एनहान्समेंट केलेलं असतं आणि ते एनहान्समेंट काय केलं जातं, डिप्लॉय केलं जातं कुठे, एंड युजरला. आणि ज्यावेळेस आपण ते अपडेट म्हणू तर अपडेट केल्यानंतर आपल्याला नवीन फीचर आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतात. सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट द रिलीज. अपडेट इज नथिंग बट द रिलीज. ओके, सो अशा प्रकारे आपण एखादं सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलप करत असतो. कोण कोण इन्व्हॉल्व असतं मग एखादं सॉफ्टवेअर डेव्हलप करत असताना? काय काय प्रोसेस असते? कस्टमर असतो, राईट? कस्टमर काय करत असतो, रिक्वायरमेंट सांगत असतो कोणाला, बिझनेस अनालिस्टला, राईट? बिझनेस अनालिस्ट काय करत असतो, जे काही रिक्वायरमेंट आहेत त्या रिक्वायरमेंट घेऊन कोणाला सांगतो, टेस्टिंग टीम अँड डेव्हलपमेंट टीम. सो डेव्हलपमेंट टीम विल बी develop the application, whatever the requirement comes from the customer. As per that, the development team will be working on that, and they can develop the software. Okay, as per the development, right? As per the development, whatever the development will be done by the development team, that development will be tested by the testing team. So they can validate that whatever the application they have developed, that application is as per the customer requirement or not, whether the application is working fine or not. That things will be tested by the testing team. And once the code is bug free, or the whatever that they have developed is as per the requirement, as per the customer requirement, then we are deploying the changes to the production environment, right? We are deploying the changes to the production environment. That is nothing but we are deploying the changes to the customer, right, or the end user. This is called as the release. In this way we are developing any software. In this way we are developing any software from to the requirement gathering to the delivering that requirement to the customer. So in this way these peoples will be included while developing any software, like business analyst involved in the development team is there, testing team is there. Okay, so these peoples are involved in the while developing any project, right? So this is the members or the persons who are involved into the developing any application. So these are the people involved into the while developing any application. Anyone have any question?
हेलो सर, रिक्वायरमेंट्स जो भी है कस्टमर की वो डिलीवर कौन करता है फिर आफ्टर टेस्टिंग?
We are deploying that in the environment. Okay, suppose patients है और नहीं है, उसके बाद if they found that it's okay, all these things will be working fine, then the code will be deployed to the production environment, right? That for that we are using different teams. We have the DBA team who can deploy that changes. Okay, DBA team or IT team, they can deploy the changes from one environment to the another environment. Okay,
so sir,
we have the different environment. Okay, we are all not working in the same environment.